Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Hate Plus. In the last part, we completed day 2 with Hyunei, and this time let's go through day 2 with our pal Mute. I say pal because I'm sorry, I don't think I'd ever be able to be married to her, simply because of her way of thinking and stuff. Hey, but if you prefer Mute, there is no problem. That is all opinions, and you know what they say? Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has at least one, and they all stink except for mine. Okay, maybe I'm the only one who says that, but whatever. Hi. Let's not waste any time. I'm anxious to read about what happened. Oh, well. Let's jump right in, then. I don't think we have any extracted documents. No Peroonies. So let's go and extract some, why don't we? Disable the AI. Extract some new messages. Now, unless there's any new ones, if the path deviates at all, then I will read them. But I'm fairly sure that we've read all these, and so we don't have to actually read them. If you want to read them, go back to the other part where I read them with Hyunei. Sure, like the tone might be a bit different, but at the same time, I don't want to read it again because I'm that kind of person. I'm sorry, I apologize. All right, don't pick the flowers. We got the review of this. Mixed sex theater. I don't know about that. Well, it makes it easier to, you know, portray gender roles. Passions running too high? That, I guess. I mean, that's actually a problem even, like, on stage in our generation. So this was the nobility stipend, which was meant to cut money from the... Or was it to give money to the nobility? I don't remember. Again, you can read the part. We're just checking for her reactions, mostly. Okay, she doesn't get what's noteworthy. Okay, sounds good. Pay cut? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, when you're working so hard, I don't know. I've never had a job where I worked really that hard. The best children to have at 24. I'm not sure. I think that's a little early, considering I'm like 18 and that's 6 years away, and I'm definitely a little too young to have children. Except, I guess, maybe at 24. I guess it's up to the person, though, so it's a whole thing of, you know, personal opinion, mostly. So, what's the unprofessional part? I think it's the, is she talking to how Mute's new look is? Oh. I mean, that is a long time, yes. Meritocracy Act. I will admit, having the word shit show is a little uncivilized. I wouldn't say uncivilized, that's the wrong word. I'd say informal. That's a lot better of a word, simply because uncivilized really is harsh. It means like there's no civility to them, but it's just that they have a different kind of civility. It's hard to explain. It's sort of like how there's more than one different type of grammar. Like there's no one grammar is better than the other, so whatever way you speak is actually, according to linguists, the proper way to speak. So again, it's all up to personal opinion. And Mute, I'm sorry, I disagree with most of your personal opinions. Maybe because I'm a Canadian and I think the whole, you know, that's how I think. With the whole, how do I put it? Like with the healthcare, collectively. So, you know, taking some money from the top class and giving it down to the lower class to even it out, I agree with that. Some people might not. So, alright, there was that. Rendezvous in the Dark review. Hey, yeah, sure, totally. I'm having a really hard time dealing with some of the stuff we've read. Like, what the hell is up with society's treatment of marriage? Queen Hyunei always told me it was bad in the past, but like, I don't know. I guess, like, it's one thing to understand abstractly how those relationships work, but another to read about the individuals, you know? I mean, I know you're not really properly married yet, but you're a man. Would you be okay with marrying someone who worked? Like, even if she made money? Yeah, that doesn't matter to me. Because it's a complete inversion of the natural order. What's natural about that? In fact, it's the proper way. You look at animals and the way they are, it's like, you know, the women do most of, like, the work in the animal kingdom, and they're the... We have it backwards. But that's fine. I don't mean to judge you, I just, like, I don't get it. Why would anyone be so cruel to women as forcing them into a role they can't fulfill? But who's to say they can't fulfill it? And I mean, like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like anybody really cares that much about marriage in this period. Like, Kim So-yi wasn't found a husband until she was 22. And even then, like, it seemed like it only happened out of happenstance. I just don't get it. Like, if it weren't for the names, reading stuff like that, I'd think they were men. But even more importantly, they just don't seem to respect marriage very much, period. Is that, like, that normal? But, see, I'm not even sure. Like, thinking about it, I think, yeah, it's much more similar to, like, what it is for us. Yeah, so I'd say it's normal. Scary. Not really. It's just, it's the most important relationship. Like, I don't know, it just feels unfair. Filial relationships are the most important things, and for a woman, marriage is the most important one of those. Like, I'm not being judgmental, okay? This isn't a superiority thing. It's just, you know, to expect women to get by without those relationships all alone. Well, no, just because you're not married doesn't mean you're not with a relationship. It just means that, I'm not sure. I'm not a woman. I can't make an opinion on this. Like, it just feels incredibly cruel. I'm a security program, right? My job is to prioritize stability above all else. It's important. Like, stability isn't all about stopping banditry. It starts with people, okay? If individual families aren't in harmony, then what hope does the... Alright, you kind of have a point there. Well, I mean, I guess we both know the answer to the question in the end. Huh. Huh. We've read that. I'm sorry if I'm being quiet. I'm just thinking right now about, like... Oh wait, we had one left to read. Just thinking about... I'm not even sure. Rendezvous in the Dark. This was the one. Sounds pretty normal, though. Is this man complaining that a play is too romantic? Really? I guess. Yes. Okay. Well, let's grab the next set of documents. Disable the AI. Extract new messages. I gotta say, I really... Is she meant to be a character you disagree with? That's what I'm wondering. Because I've actually heard people in comments saying, like, oh, no, I sort of agree with what Mute's saying, but I don't know, maybe it's because I'm, you know, fairly liberal, but that's just how I was raised, you know. I mostly agree with Hyunei. Maybe because I look on the bright side of things. Like, I don't believe anything is truly bad. Like, there's always, well, okay, maybe not, because then someone's like, well, what about the Holocaust? And no, but it's like, ugh, you know what I'm saying, right? No, you don't. It's okay. Oh, there's so much wrong with that. Well, that's an opinion I'm understandable of. What even is this? In the absence of men, do all women just naturally play married? Wow, this is... But... this isn't love. This is just completely unrestrained perverse lust. It just keeps going. I mean, there's no problem with that, I mean... What did she... I wasn't really prepared for this kind of detail. It feels like I'm reading this with my grandma, I swear. What's that expression mean? She... Jeez, could you be any more melodramatic? I will admit, Hyo Ae-jung is slightly melodramatic, and slightly, I mean very. See, this is why it doesn't make sense for women to be together. Well... No, I have no I personally have no problem with it. Wait. But I thought it was A Jung who played the man's role. I don't get it. Well, does one have to play the man's role, per se? I don't know. I'm not, again, a source of information on this subject. I'm just stating my opinion as a white... How is that supposed to be innocent? It's not. As a white, straight male, you know. What unbelievable rudeness. Not really. I mean, she's saying to respect the elders. That's not rude. That's just being forward and not holding yourself back, which, hey, you know, there's a time and place to hold yourself back, but if you know the people, then I don't think you should, because then you can speak your true opinion. Then again, maybe in the council it doesn't make as much sense. It's sort of like the whole thing with censorship, where I don't necessarily, like, I'm not for censorship at all, but there is a time and place for it. If, say, you're watching a general live program and someone accidentally swears or Janet Jackson's boob comes out, then I sort of understand, because there could be children watching, and well, no, it's, you know, opinions. Well, let's just keep reading, scrolling through, waiting. Did she think wearing pants let her dictate to men like that? Wearing pants means nothing, except I guess in that time, for her it would, because of the whole, like, I remember my mom telling me stories of how she got in trouble for wearing jeans to school, and it's like, what? Whoa. Yeah, old Mute was quite interesting, quite different. This game would have a very different feel if I was reading this with her for the first time. Oh, sure, will do. Right now, I just feel like I don't really have any purpose anymore. Like I said to you before you downloaded me, really, I'm like the widow of the Magungwa. It died before me, and now here I am, without the ship I devoted my entire life to. With nothing left behind but the woman who failed it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to you for bringing me along. Like, I don't like the idea of widow suicide. Or, I don't like the idea of widow suicide. Like, I don't think it's right to pressure someone into making that kind of decision, right? If someone wants to relieve the burden they're putting on others, it's an honorable thing to do, but I just think it's important to try out other solutions first, you know? I went along with you for a reason, and I'm not ungrateful for that. You seem to be a good person, and I respect that a lot. But can you tell me why? What? Oh, what am I gonna pull? Oh, this is a big one. So, should I pretend to... well, maybe I can change her with the power of love. Well, if you say so. Like, I always thought of my security responsibilities as being the same as any woman's responsibilities for their inner sphere. Just with mine encompassing the entire ship. But even still, being social, spying for my mistress, making reports on the state of the ship every day, like, those things aren't really the same as normal wives' duties, are they? So really, being programmed as a woman, it should be a good thing that I'm relieved of those duties, right? I'll always mourn the Magungwa, of course. But it's better to just be a normal, ordinary wife, isn't it? I'd never really considered the implications, but, you know, I'm capable of feeling love. I'm just like a woman in that way, too. But it could never be my priority. Not while my primary duties were the ship's security. I've fallen in love before, though. I mean, like, you're a decent man, and you have a romantic job that gets you your own starship, and you're compassionate. There is a reason why I secretly wanted me to know. Oh. Like, I could fall in love with a man like that. So maybe it's okay for me to be the Magungwa's widow, but also your wife. Oh, jeez, what am I even saying? Is that why she's wearing black? I wondered why she switched to black, because she's in mourning garb. Okay. I can't believe I'm thinking about that at this time. We're supposed to be focusing on historical research, not rambling like a girl about emotions. Let's get back Let's get back to finding out what came from all this horrible degeneracy and premarital affairs and conspiring. Oh, okay. And we got the spam. Well, okay, guys, next time, more with Mute. See you guys next time. Ciao.